Whenever the relationship between Russia and India is discussed, young people immediately recall the era of the Soviet Union, when the two countries shared very deep and close ties. In 1955, the then leader of the Soviet Union, Nikita Khrushchev, visited India. During this visit, he said, "We are so close to you that even if you call us from the top of a mountain, we will immediately be by your side." Then in 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed and only Russia remained, there was still no change in the close relationship with India. When Western countries were confused over the Kashmir issue, the Soviet Union clearly stated that Kashmir is an inseparable part of India. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union vetoed several United Nations resolutions related to Kashmir. India has always maintained that Kashmir is a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan, and Russia has always supported this stance. In the United Nations Security Council, the Soviet Union was the only permanent member country that blocked resolutions against India on the Kashmir issue in 1957, 1962, and 1971. So far, Russia has used its veto power in favor of India 6 times at the United Nations, most of which were related to Kashmir. In addition, when India carried out military action against the Portuguese government in Goa, Ilano, Imbasadao, the Soviet Union also supported India and vetoed the resolutions brought against it in the Security Council. In August 2019, when India revoked Kashmir's special status, Russia once again supported India. However, when India carried out military action in Pakistan after the Pulwama attack, Russia's response was somewhat different and relatively neutral. Russia appealed to both India and Pakistan to exercise restraint and reduce tensions, and also offered to mediate. The Russian president's spokesperson said that India is our strategic partner, and Pakistan is also an important ally for us. We consider our relations with both Delhi and Islamabad to be important. After the talks between the Indian Foreign Minister and the Russian Foreign Minister on May 3rd, the stance that emerged from Russia clearly indicates a shift in this policy. This time, Russia called on both India and Pakistan to reduce tensions and resolve issues through mutual dialogue. But in the past, on such occasions, Russia would support India without any hesitation. Now, however, it appears to be trying to maintain balance in its statements. This change can be understood on the basis of several factors. First of all, although India did not openly oppose Russia during the Ukraine war, it also did not offer full support. India's call to end the war through diplomatic means and its support for the principle of sovereignty sent a clear signal to Moscow that New Delhi is no longer fully in its camp. On the other hand, the growing defense cooperation between India and the United States is a cause of concern for Russia. The share of the US and European countries in India's defense purchases is increasing, while Russia's long-standing influence is diminishing. This situation compels Russia to advance its diplomatic interests in South Asia with a sense of balance. The third major reason is the situation in Afghanistan and Russia's growing interest in this region. Russia has improved its relations with the Taliban and views Pakistan as an important corridor. In such circumstances, it is not possible for Moscow to ignore Pakistan or openly antagonize it. Another aspect is that Russia now wants to present itself in global politics as a country that can mediate, rather than blindly supporting its allies. Appealing for peace during a time of tension between two nuclear-armed countries is an expression of global responsibility for Russia, especially since it is itself a nuclear power. All these factors indicate that today's Russia is different from the former Soviet Union. It is no longer just a traditional supporter of India, but is emerging as a power that makes decisions by considering diplomatic balance, geopolitical interests, and shifting global alliances. Russian President Vladimir Putin last visited India in December 2021. After that, in February 2022, war broke out between Russia and Ukraine, and since then, Putin has not come to India. However, during this period, he has visited China twice and has also traveled to several other countries. He did not even attend the G20 summit held in Delhi in September 2023. In recent years, India's presence appears to be weakening in those international organizations where Russia has greater influence, such as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. For example, Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not attend the SCO summit held in July 2024. Although India was the chair of this organization in 2023, its chairmanship appeared to be largely inactive and India held the summit online. In contrast, India hosted the G20 summit with great fanfare, which stood out globally. Last year, trade between India and Russia amounted to nearly $68 billion. But most of this, about $60 billion, was just oil that India bought from Russia. There was a time when India fulfilled 70% of its defense needs from Russia, but between 2019 and 2020, this rate dropped to 36%. This indicates that India is gradually looking to other countries as well for its weapons purchases. Professor Sanjay Kumar Pandey of Jawaharlal Nehru University says that although India did not oppose Russia during the Ukraine war, its support was not one-sided either. He says that Pakistan has also never been a distant country for Russia. During the 1965 war, when Pakistan and India fought, Russia did not take anyone's side. Rather, it brokered the Tashkent Agreement between the two, which was not in India's favor. However, in the 1971 war, Russia openly sided with India. But now times have changed. On the other hand, relations between Pakistan and Russia are also improving, especially since Pakistan's ties with Western countries have weakened. In 2023, the trade volume between Russia and Pakistan reached $1 billion, which is the highest level of trade ever between the two countries. In the same year, Russia's deputy prime minister openly supported Pakistan's inclusion in the BRICS organization. So, due to its poor policies, India is rapidly losing its friendly countries. Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, and the Maldives are those small countries that were once aligned with India. All of these countries are now distancing themselves from India as well. There is not a single neighboring country of India with which India has good relations. In the conflict with Pakistan, none of the neighboring countries supported India, and even the United States compiled did not side with India. India is lost in its own world, thinking that it is on the verge of becoming a superpower. You claim to be this and that, but right now, you are nothing. The whole world is laughing at you. That's all for now. I will see you.